Pico Playtime this week is about making music on Muse. Welcome to Pico Playtime, the video series where I usually play through some cool Pico 8 games to show to you lovely people. Today isn't your usual Pico Playtime because instead of playing a game, today I'm going to be playing with a musical toy. It's not really a game as such, but it's something that I wanted to show to you to highlight some of the possibilities of Pico 8 and also to maybe give you some ideas for your own Pico 8 games. It's Muse 0.9 by Krajzeg. Krajzeg, I'm sure that sounds better in another language. Anyway, also known as Jakub Wasilewski. I've covered two of Jakub's projects so far on this channel. Most recently, it was Lair, a scrolling brawler beat 'em up, kind of similar to Golden Axe. That's really cool. Go and check that out. And then last year, I also had a look at Low Knight, a remake of Hollow Knight. Anyway, today I'm looking at Muse 0.9. So let's load it up, and oh, it's got one of my tunes already loaded. How cool. Let's just turn the volume down a little bit whilst I read through the description of this project. So, I'm gonna just read the description now. This isn't me, this is Jakub talking. I had an idea for a musical game for Pico and wanted to verify whether the idea would work within the audio limitations. Turns out it wouldn't, but the toy I used to verify that turned to be lots of fun and took on a life of its own. So that's a win, I guess. This is definitely a win. This is a very simple tracker, piano roll style music editor. If you have ever used a program such as Fruity Loops, you will be very familiar with how this program works and you'll very quickly be able to start creating some music. If you've never used a program like this before, well, hopefully this video will show you how easy it is to start creating some of your own music. Now, lots of Pico 8 games, many Pico 8 games sadly don't have music. The ones that do often don't have music made by the developer themselves. A lot of developers want to have good music in their game, so they'll get somebody else to make the music for them. Gruber makes really good music for Pico 8. Many Pico 8 projects use his music, but that means that a lot of Pico 8 games do tend to start sounding the same because all the music is by the same person. So I am a real big proponent of Pico 8 developers. Let's just stop that loop for a minute. I'm a really big proponent of Pico 8 developers, putting their own music into their own games. I think a lot of people perhaps maybe don't have a background in music or maybe just don't feel confident in using Pico 8's music editor and sound editor. More on that later. And that's understandable. A program like this, though, can really easily let you create tunes and might give you some ideas and maybe give you that first step into making your own Pico 8 music, which you should really have a go at doing because it's so much fun. Anyway, let's go through the features and things rather than just carry on my sermon on the mount about Pico 8 music. So, clear the song. We've got a demo song. Let's load that and have a listen. I'll turn the volume back up. Let's turn the volume back up so we can listen. There we go. So this shows some of the features of the program. You can see each note with a different instrument is represented by a little different icon. We've got a grid which we can lay the notes out on. We can see it visually in front of us. We don't need to be worrying about music notation or anything. You can just see what's happening. The little icons flash up when they're playing. Makes it very easy to follow what's happening. And we have the kind of timeline kind of scrubbing across the screen like that. Down at the bottom, oops, I've just changed it. It's very easy to edit. Down at the bottom, you can change between 6 different instruments. If I just, let's just pause that, clear the song. Very easy to use, by the way. So if I, there we go. So our first note is a kind of, it's all very bleepy bloopy, plinky plonky. That's quite a melodic kind of sound. We've got a kind of shorter, more staccato sound. Could perhaps be like a guitar kind of sound, maybe. If have to use your imagination a little bit with Pico 8 sounds. This blue one is again, more of a percussive sound. It can be used to make some rather good kick drum sounds. Our fourth sound is the noise sound, which you can use to make... I end up talking in the rhythm of the song that I've just made. Yeah, you can use that one for kind of snare effects or percussion effects, like cymbals and things. And then we've got a couple of other ones which just have a kind of different sound to them. Got one with a nice soft attack there to have that kind of... And we have another similar one. The green one's kind of similar to the brown one, isn't it? Kind of short. Anyway, as you can see there, in just demoing the different instruments, not really thinking too hard about what notes I was doing. I'm not even aware what notes I am doing here, to be honest, because there aren't any traditional notes anywhere. You just put them on the screen. But what I've created, that could go into a game, couldn't it? You know? It's only a short loop, but again, Pico 8 games often have music which are short loops. It sounds fine. And I've just created that by accident. It's so easy to use this. Now here is the key thing. If I hold X to go back to the menu, we can save this to the cart. Now if I save it, you can see a little save icon up there. It's modified the cart on my local machine. Obviously we're not changing whatever's on Splore. Now if I drop out of Splore now, because I'm using Splore as usual, if I drop out of Splore and quit out of that and go into the Pico 8 editor, we're looking at the actual cart here. This is the code. You know, there's a little bit on the sprite sheet, not a great deal. Like I say, it's a bit of a different Pico Playtime today. It's not often we look under the hood of Pico 8 cartridges, but here is the key thing. If we go into the sound editor and the music editor, that little composition that I just threw together, it's in the editor. I could take these sound effects. I mean, we call it sound effects clips, whatever you want to call them. I don't know if they even have a name. But the point is, I could copy paste this straight into... We've got a few tracks here. How many tracks has it actually made? I think we've just got 3 tracks, haven't we? Yeah. I could drop those tracks straight into my Pico 8 project, and then the music that I've made in Muse, I could stick into my own game. And I've not had to use Pico 8's rather unintuitive, there's quite a steep learning curve to using the music editor. It's kind of... I don't think there's a good way around it. I'm not blaming Zepp for how he set things up, but I do think people probably do find this a little bit hard. But we've not had to use this to create some music. I'm using Muse. So, you know, you can easily get some music you've created into your own project. This is why I wanted to show you this program. This is why I wanted to highlight it, because this is like the keys. This is like an on-ramp to making music in Pico 8. And making music in Pico 8 is one of the things I look forward to most when I'm making something on Pico 8. I'm sure other people feel the same way. It's so much fun. And this program, Muse, that is, not the Pico 8 editor, it's an on-ramp to that. It makes things easy. I think that you could, if you just made patterns on the screen, maybe if you even looked at a few very simple tutorials or even just pictures of kind of drum beats or melodies and things in a program like Fruity Loops, any program that uses this kind of piano roll style interface, you could very quickly start producing some pretty cool short little loops of music using Muse and then put them into your projects. That's really awesome, I think, and it's why I wanted to highlight it today. I could spend the next few minutes now just making a new song from scratch, again without thinking too hard about it, and we'd have something that would sound vaguely musical. You can see we can use the same instrument and layer them up, and we can start playing with chords and things. And being able to see what you are doing and have it constantly playing back to you, giving you that feedback, makes it so easy. You can just test an idea out and just see how it sounds and think, is that something I want to use in my music? Yes, no, maybe, I don't know. Can you repeat the question? It's brilliant. Go and check this. It's not a game. This music toy. Go and check it out, because if you haven't put your own music into your own Pico 8 games yet, do it. Do it now. Yeah. I love this. I had so much fun playing with it, and I think you will too. If you're not going to make your own Pico 8 games, you know, fair enough. Still have a go on this, because it's really fun. So yeah, that's it. Just a short video today. I wanted to show you some music making, music creation software in Pico 8. Anyway, I'm going to go and, I don't know, create my symphony of destruction on Pico 8 using this. So thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll see you again very soon.